I see black swans coming, black swans appearing out of nowhere into the world, from the sky, from the depths, like a plague, a whole slew of black swans. We thought that the black swan is one unique thing, like a black sheep. But there are so many individual entities in the world, so many countries. Each country has its own black swan. The American black swan is Donald Trump. He represents a culmination that started many years ago with the collapse of Wall Street. We must be able to read the signs, read the times. That's not the New York Times. We must be able to see the signs in the times. Something that's happened today. Today, as I'm doing this, it's the Ides of March. Used to be the full moon of March. What is it? The Ides of March. The black swans. A few days ago, Iran launched a test missile with the words on the missile, Israel must be wiped out, written in Hebrew on the side of this test missile. So I looked at what the Hebrew was. It's Yisrael Zeracha Lehema Hek Neal. Israel must be wiped out. You know, in Arabic, when you study the Quran and you study the commentaries, there's a famous word called Ayaat. Ayaat means like the signs. In Islam, everything is a sign from Allah, an ayat from Allah. Another thing is that the letters are called ayats. This is the same thing in Hebrew. Hebrew, a sign is called an ot, and the letters are called ots. Aleph, Vav, Tov. One must be able to read the signs of the times. And these signs are expressed in letters. And this gives a parallelism to Hebrew and Islam. Everything is an ayat. But who can interpret all these ayats? Who can interpret the times? And this is where I see the black swans coming. The unforeseen events. Let me do some of the Gematria of what I did on that phrase, Israel must be wiped out. It's Yisrael Zarika Lahemahet Ma'al. So the Gematria for that, which means the letters in numbers. So first word is 541, second 325. Rather than me give it all to you in Hebrew, you can Google it, and it's available. The third word is 193. The fourth word is 140. You total that up, it comes to 1,199, and then plus 1 for the word, it's 1,200. So when I did that, I realized, in my Gematria of some other terms and some other videos I've done, the Gematria of 1,200 just so happens to be the full potential of the Gematria of the name Gabrielle, the angel Gabrielle. And this to me was a propitious thing, because of all the things I ever heard done, this really got to me, this Iran test missile with on the side of the missile, written in Hebrew there, Israel must be destroyed. In Hebrew, the Gematria is 1,200. 1,200 is the full potential of Gabrielle, which in Arabic and in the Quran has a parallelism to Gabrielle. So, which is the number one angel in the Quran. In the Hebrew text, Michael is the number one angel, the right hand, and Gabrielle is the left hand. So let me just give you this Gabrielle Gematria. Gabrielle, the normal Gematria, is 246, but if you spell out each letter, like Gimel is 73, Bet 412, Resh 510, Yud 20, Aleph 111, Lamed 74, add them up, it comes to 1,200. So the writing on the side of the missile, of the test missile, was 1,200. And that corresponds to Gabrielle. But Gabrielle in Hebrew. Now, how do we protect Israel? We protect Israel by evoking Gabrielle. We evoke Gabrielle at this time, and that will be the protective shield for us. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But black swans are appearing on the horizon. The power of consciousness and the potential of man as a protect without arms, so to speak. The protection of Gabrielle, and this link of Gabrielle to I forget how to pronounce it right now in Arabic, but to the Gabrielle, the Gabrielle of Islam. And so here is the link that I am proposing between these two religions, to use the angel Gabrielle as the link to bring these two religions together. As you know, I have done a lot of work with the left hand, and Gabrielle is of the left hand. To become a full person, one must have a left and a right hand. In Judaism, Gabrielle is of the left and Gevora. We must incorporate Gabrielle into our unique bodies, and these bodies will protect us. It's Michael, yes, we've always had Michael, but we must add the left hand. It must be the left hand path. It must be beyond intellect. into the head that is not known. If we don't even go to the head that's not known, let's go to the intuition. Intellect is of the left brain of Bina, but we have to go into Chokmah. Chokmah in a cross hands. Chokmah is a right brain which associates with the left hand. Chokmah is the intuition. From right brain thinking, we get left hand usage. So we must transfer our rational, yes, no intellect into right brain thinking and get usage of the left hand, which is Gabrielle. This is shown to us by a sign, by otiot, letters. This is also a sign from Islam, Ayaat. One must be able to read the Ayaat in life. That's what's to be a human, to interpret, see that things are changing in the world, and how to adjust to those changes. Don't you see the weirdness that's happening? Must I tell you, aren't you here with me every day in the world? Do I have to tell you what's happening in the presidential elections? This is a propitious time, because this is a year that has a leap year. We're in Adar 2 right now as I give this. The relation between Adar 1 and Adar 2, it's a Malkolokos, which is higher. For me, it's always Adar 1, because there are 7 out of 19 Adar 1s out of the 19-year cycle. It's also what man makes. It's beyond mazel. There's only a mazel for dog, for fish in the Adar 2. It's beyond mazel. It's unfathomable. And we only see its vessels in Adar 2. We're able to perceive what happened in Adar 1 beyond our understanding. Me personally, I was looking forward to Adar 1. I was very upset during Adar 1, which is against the religion, because Adar, the 60 days of Adar, are supposed to be joyous. But I'm only able to perceive these 30 days as joy. The other was beyond. It's almost the joy of tears. Such a fabulous concept. I welcome the black swans. I see a flock of black swans approaching. Propitious times. And with these black swans will be a unification of this gap between Judaism and Islam. And it will be through the Gematria, and the letters, and an understanding of the Ayaat, and the Ot. And it will be through the left hand. Like in Hinduism, they call it the left-hand path of evil, so to speak. No. The left-hand path is what's needed to be opened. Left-hand usage. Understanding that we are bi-manual. That we've only been using half our potential, that we've been playing with half a deck. So with this, I evoke Gabrielle to protect Israel, and I expect others to evoke Gabrielle to protect Israel at this time from the crisis. And know that Gabrielle is the link between Judaism and Islam, because Gabrielle is the major angel in Islam, brought the Quran to Muhammad. So when we have a better feeling as Jews of the role of Gabrielle, and we manifest and perceive it at this time, that's what I'm doing at this time.